Greetings, Windmill. And I'm Johnny, and welcome back to the Windmill of Horrors. So this is if Mel Gibson was a Japanese girl. Oh boy! We are very sorry about the puns, but this is Bravehearted. Not that. But I guess it was his turn to ruin a song title because that's usually my thing. This is live from Daughters of the Dawn in Tokyo 2019. And the reason we're reacting to this song, and specifically this version, is because soon after we're gonna react to another one with a different purpose. And the reason why we're reacting to this one now is because we want to send a proper send-off, to the band's bassist and founding member, Miho, who took off quite a long time ago, but apparently we're late because we've been living under a rock. Yes, we're always late. Yes. And that's weird because we like metal more than rock. We've been living under a metal. That doesn't have the same ring to it. No. We've been living in a cave. That's just losing the music. Let's stop. Are you ready? Now.
Thank you for coming to try.
Oh!
Extra time. Come on.
Oh! Here we go. Yes! As much as I am opposed to noise build-ups, I'll give them that one. Yeah, that was a really cool noise build-up because it was twice. Yes. And now I get the comments section that we keep receiving. We are Lovebites and we play heavy metal. Yes. Everyone posts that. I'm like, we've heard it in a video before. We did? I don't remember which one. But this was so good. Like, it's been a while since we filmed them. You know, since we filmed us looking at them. Yeah. And I don't have what it takes to analyze this. I just got lost in it. It's so good. It's so immersive. It was like fast and thrashy. And, you know, kind of halfway through that you immediately realize it has a soul as well. Which you hadn't noticed up until that point because it was a fast thrash banger and those two things shouldn't happen at the same time, but they did. So, it's funny you say that. It seemed more power than thrash to me. It had the riffs very thrash. Yes. But the drum pacing and a lot of the melodies got me more like power metal. And I think I set into that mindset straight from the get-go because it started with harmonizing melodies. And it was so cool that it wasn't just harmonizing melodies, it was also a harmonizing keyboard background with it. Yeah. So you had like 3 melodies doing different things in parallel. That was almost like Bach kind of thing as far as I'm concerned. Verse and chorus pretty much like typical Lovebites, fast, double pedals, really high notes, everything we like. But then the bridge section and the solo section really sold me. The solo section in particular, you know what another thing I noticed that I love about their solos, I don't think I've said this before. They play these mad shred stuff and this sort of power metal style soloing, and guitarists who do that are usually so over the top in their manifestation, but they're like so casual about it. They play as if nothing's happening, and then when the solo's done, they just go. It's like, okay, that's all, folks. Yeah, and they're kind of free of ego in that way. Yeah. And it's really cool because if you have an ego, like, when you're playing, you're doing that to, like, display something you don't have very well. Yeah, it's a bit like, you know that thing in Iron Man 1 where a tank shoots him from the sky and then he falls and just throws a missile and then starts walking the other way and the tank explodes behind him and he's casually walking? Like, yeah, that's the vibe they have when soloing. Yeah, it's not an effort, it's just there. Yeah. Doing our thing. Mm-hmm. And then I love what they did with the ending. They have this thing where pretty much the whole song was high energy and pretty uplifting, I would say. And then at the end, those final riffs and the noise build-up went down into a more serious tone and full-on metal. Yes. I love it. And the one thing we have to say, of course, is a massive shout-out to Miho and the great send-off, and we're gonna miss her stompy moves very much because she's the only one in Lovebites who does the stompy thing. And she's been really holding her own, and we know she's been heavily involved creatively as well. And I think she actually had the initiative to start the band. So, that's a great legacy that we have from her. And with that said, there is a new kid in town who has very big shoes to fill. And by very big shoes, I mean it metaphorically. I have no idea about Miho's shoe size. Let's not talk about it. Yes. But now we're gonna get into a shortened version of Bravehearted featuring the new bassist, Fabi. Anyway, now. The wolves return with a new bassist. Yes! sold on the new bassist. Yes. Because 5-string bass, and she did the brr-brr-dang. She did the brr-brr-dang. Yes, she did the brr-brr-dang at the end. I like how they had the bass pushed forward in the mix. Yes. Like you could really hear it. You could tell that it was a video made to spotlight her. Yes. What I'm noticing is they switched to black outfits. And their gimmick has always been that they were, playing heavy stuff but in white princessy outfits. So, I'm hoping this is some indication that Lovebites is gonna turn evil in the future. Because, we're with the dark side. You're just thinking about yourself, aren't you? Yes. I think what it actually is a bit of grieving after their loved one left. God, you make it sound so morbid. I said left! Not gone. Okay, I love the studio playthrough setting. I love how it sounded. The sound was neater than the live version. I love, like you said, how the bass was put forward, and I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen with the band in the future. Yeah, and I like the noise build. Yes. So that's 2 for 2 love for noise build-ups, which usually doesn't happen at the Windmill because of Lovebites. And I had one more thing to say, and I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, in the meantime, up until they do more things, we're just gonna keep reacting to older Lovebites content. Yes. Yes. So if you enjoyed these reactions, we really appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on. Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course, yeah.